it's me, Karen Valentine. Welcome back to my channel. We are currently working on this page by Erin Ewer. It is from her Greyscale coloring book, Fantasy and Fae. And there is a flip through for that book here on my channel. If you want to go check out the other pages in the book, there's some gorgeous artwork in there. And today we're going to finish up and get the background done. But I noticed when I was editing yesterday that I totally forgot her little forehead thingy tattoo. I don't know what it is, but it definitely needs some color on it. So I think I want to do it in green. Really, once I do it, there's no turning back. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to have a gemstone in it or not. So I'm just gonna wing it. So I know this is a pretty short pencil. You know what? I'm gonna pull out my other longer one because I know that I'll be covering up what I'm doing if I don't. Okay, so this is olive green. So by the time this video uploads, in fact, probably the day that it uploads, will be my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So I gotta come up with something fun to do. A giveaway, or maybe we'll do a premiere video with chat, or maybe I'll just go ahead and do live chat. I don't know. Got to come up with something fun. Okay, so I'm wondering if that's supposed to be like a gemstone in there. It's so tiny, it can be really hard to do anything of any kind of detail. I just don't know what to do for that. So this is Kelp Green. And when you get into those super tiny things, it's probably silly to try and do anything fancy. Just because I have it here in front of me, I'm gonna put a little bit of muted turquoise. I don't think it's going to make much difference. I think it is going to be what it is. And that's fine. I mean, it's tiny, so I don't think I really have to worry about it too much. Okay, so for the background. You guys know I do a lot of my backgrounds with gelatos. In a case like this, I don't think gelatos would be the best choice, just because they are so transparent, and we could certainly do them, and then all of the darks and lights and texture and all that cool stuff that she's got going on in this background would show through. But I think that the darkness from the grayscale would really not do that background justice. So I am going to do a color pencil background for this one, because pencils are so much more opaque. They're going to cover up that grayscale and give us hopefully something that that is really pretty. So I want to try and preserve the cool lines, swirlies, and stripes from the page. So I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to do this in these two colors, muted turquoise and slate gray. So if it turns out yucky, then maybe we use gelatos then to smooth it all out and change the color. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it and hope that it turns out okay. So I'm gonna start with the lighter color, the muted turquoise. And I'm just gonna go in where she's got these cool swirlies. I'm thinking that if I put this down first, then I can go over everything with the slate gray, tone down this muted turquoise, and that way the difference in the two colors will be a little bit more subtle and nice. And I'm not using heavy pressure on this at all. We're doing light pressure. Because it's really not necessary to go heavier than that. I might do one side at a time just to make sure it's going to work out okay, so I don't have to fix two sides of the page if I don't like it. All right, I'm going to do this real light because it's real light in the grayscale bit. It's morning here as I'm filming, and the little crazy heat wave that we had for a couple of weeks feels like it's losing its grip a bit, and I'm just going to do real light, kind of random up here. And so the mornings are just beautiful. They're just absolutely deliciously yummy. And so I have my window open, and I can hear the birds chirping outside, and it's so nice. Okay, let's stop there and see what happens when we add this slate gray over everything. Now you can see slate gray is not a light color. I mean, it's a, you know, mid-tone darkish color. But when I add that over the dark of the grayscale, look how well it shows up. I mean, now granted, I will admit that these are Prismas. I can't swear that this will work as well with another color. I mean, another brand of pencil, sorry. I think that they would. But now that I, you know, as I say it, I don't, I haven't done grayscale with a different brand of pencils. I've always used my Prismas, so take that for what it's worth. But the Prismas cover up the grayscale very, very nicely. Now see, I'm going over the muted turquoise with this slate gray, and we're still getting the difference of the two shades that Erin has placed on there for us, but it mutes it down a little bit so that it doesn't have quite the stripy look that it would have if we had left it alone and just done, you know, just done the stripes. And I like that better. It's a little bit more subtle. think I want to add some greens in here as well. Just kind of give it a swirly, mottled color. Probably some more black or something down in here so that it darkens that up a bit. Okay, I don't want to color or cover up. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. I don't want to cover up the green that we laid down here for our mossy plant stuff, so I'll go around that. Okay, let's keep going. I would say I'm probably using a medium pressure. I'm not really pressing down hard, but I'm not trying to be very light either, so. Thinking it might be time to sharpen. It's amazing to me how the look changes once you add the color in the background. I really like the transformation. Really don't think I need to be zoomed in for this, because all I'm doing is is laying the color down. So let me just zoom out a little bit. We'll go back in when I start adding some more of the detail stuff. But I'm feeling pretty confident about the color, the two colors that we're going to use. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then we can keep going with all the rest. Okay, so let me do that. So this is the muted turquoise. I'm just doing real lightly, just kind of right there. And then light all in here. turn my page. Just, oh, you know what? Let's get some in here too. And there's some down here. I'm just gonna put a teeny little bit on this medium. Right up here. Okay. Back to Slate Grey. So I've been giving this a lot of thought, and I hope that I don't upset anybody too much, but I've been noticing that, well, I've noticed it for a long time, that the editing of my videos and putting the names of the pencils that I'm using at the time down there in the lower left-hand corner, that process takes me twice as long to edit the video than it does to film the video. So on an hour and a half, let's just say an hour and a half long video that I film, add another 2 to 2.5 hours of editing, because I have to go through and watch the whole video all the way through and put in the names as I change my pencils. Then you have to add in the time that it takes to save that video to my phone, because I do all my editing on my phone. Then you have to upload the video from the phone to the computer, and I do that, and that doesn't take very long. That's not that big of a deal, but I do that because the time that it takes to upload the video to YouTube, and for them to make all of their checks to make sure that I haven't been naughty in any way and gone against their policies. Anyway, long story short, every time I create a video, it's a full day, pretty much. And that is becoming kind of a problem. Even though now I have more time, I also don't want to start only doing one video a week, because it just takes so much time. So, long story short, and all that being said, I think that I'm going to stop putting the names in, or the names of the pencils in the bottom corner of the video. I'm going to try and be a little bit more diligent about making sure that I tell you what color I'm using, or show you on screen by holding the pencil the way I'm using it. But I'm afraid that if I continue to do it the way I'm doing it, it's going to turn into a chore. It's going to turn into a job. And I don't want that. I don't want that for my channel. I don't want that for everything. This is a joyful place for me to be in, and I want to continue. I want it to continue to be joyful. So nothing will change. I'm still going to do, you know, the color alongs or, you know, these type of videos just as I always have. But in not having to put the pencils names in the bottom of the screen, that saves me hours and hours of time. So this will probably be the, well, no, I take that back because I have 2 more videos that are ready to go and upload for you after this one. But then I think that's probably going to be it. So I hope you understand. I agonized over it as I do everything, all big decisions, trying to please everybody. But I just can't do it. And I don't want to not be here with you all. So that was the compromise. That was the decision that I made. So I hope it'll be okay. I hope I don't lose any of you. I figured since I'm not a silent video, and you can hear me talking, sometimes too much, that it'll be okay and you guys will be able to follow along with me still if you are coloring. And I'll continue to put all the pencils that I used, you know, on each page in the description box below the video, so you can pull all those pencils out and get them ready before you start if you want to. And that should make it still a little, keep it a little bit easier. Okay, it's coming along good. Alrighty, I think this is blue right here. This is probably it right here. And any of this could probably be green too, if we wanted it to be. It probably would make more sense to be green, so I might add a little bit more green in there. Don't you just love it when you color something one color and then make the have instant regret and think, oh, that really should have been a different color? Yeah. Happens to me all the time. Okay, so let's add some darker tones in here, some greens, some black. All right, I'm going to, let's see what this olive green looks like. I am using a light swirly, circly motion. don't need it down here, but okay, let's do some around here. Okay, I am going to zoom in for you now so you can see better. Now the question is, do I want green in here, or do I want to stick to it being kind of just around the items? I kind of feel like I want to just keep it around here, but as I'm looking up here, and I probably don't need to do it right now, but it's bugging me, so just adding a little bit more of the slate gray, because there just kind of wasn't enough there and it was bugging me. So that's a little bit better. So more of the olive green now, sorry. Just had to fix it. Right here, right here. I really like the color that we get from mixing these three colors. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do this all green down here. I think. And this down here. So close. And this I did. And this. Okay, I might do a little bit more down here. How is this even possible that I keep doing this? Dang it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna zoom out because that's just... Okay, so that is where we're at right now. I really like it. I am going to take some black and just add a little bit to some kind of corners and crevices and deepest areas. And that when you use the black, at least that's what I'm finding right now as I'm using it, I have to use even a lighter hand and very tiny swirly strokes, or else you get, because it's so dark, you get those pencil strokes. We don't want pencil strokes. I'm going to go a little bit darker in here. Let's do darker in here. Sorry it has to be sideways, but it's the only way I can. It's the only way I can do it. Alrighty, a little bit of dark in here. I really like all the elements on the page being neutrals, because I consider green a neutral. And the only real like color is in the background. I haven't done a page like that before, and I like the effect a lot. Okay, now looking over here, and I think I want a little bit more black in amongst these mushrooms. What is that right there? I think it's, oh, I can't. This is the stem for this mushroom. This is the stem for this one. So I'm not sure what that is. So I'm going to turn it green because I have no other, I have no explanation. So we'll just kind of make it go away. Okay, I'm just adding a teeny little bit of black, kind of as almost as shadows, to try and make this lump of dirt and moss and stuff look a little bit more textured, so that there's highs and lows. And then I'm going to take some white, and I'm going to do it like almost like dots. I don't really want, I don't really want it to be obvious. I just want this to look like kind of little, the tops of the, so let's zoom in a little bit more so you can see. So we've got highs and lows and ups and downs, and it gives it a little bit more three-dimensional look. All right, so what do I want to do now? She's really close to being done. The question is, do I want to add a little bit of, let me see what happens when I use my blender. Maybe it needs to just have a little bit of a blend. Yep, it needs to have a little bit of a blend. So, you guys know I love this blender. And one of the things that I like about it is it really is a time saver for me, because I don't have to put down a gazillion layers of color with my pencils to get the look that I want, because this just smooths it all out. And oddly enough, even though it's a Caran d'Ache product, it's really reasonable for a pack of 2. So I use these a lot. I'm going to take my espresso. If you guys are coloring along with me, don't do this yet. I just want to see if I'm going to like it. And it's really not probably even necessary. I don't even know why I want to try. It may not even be necessary. I kind of like her just the way she is. Okay, now we have a good look, because often I get ahead of myself when I film and I realize I wish I would have done something else. Something about that is unsatisfactory to me. I don't know what it is. It just looks flat. So this is my black. I don't even know if this is going to do any good or not. Kind of wondering if I want to make that circle thingy stand out with some Posca, or if I just want to leave it to be green, or greenish. Maybe a little bit of sky blue light. I don't know. Let's see. That almost looks white. I just feel like it needs more colors mixed in with it for some reason. So, how about some jasmine? No, that's not going to do much good. Let's go for more color. What is this? Lemon? No, I think I want canary. Sharpen this sucker up. Oh, that's better. That's better. You guys are going to think I'm nuts, but I might try adding some. What did I do? Jasmine on this? On this one. I'm going to put just a little bit. Is that dark enough? Nope. Canary. Nope. That's not working either. Okay. Yellow ochre. better. I just wanted a little tinge of yellow there. What is this? Burnt ochre. See, this is normally what I do after the camera is off. I sit here and analyze and look and keep working. Okay, I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to zoom out because that was way too zoomed in. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, am I happy with the flowers? I would say yes. I do remember that I added a little bit of shading under the blueberries. I know I keep going out and in. I'm sorry, it's probably like driving you guys crazy today. I noticed yesterday that they just looked like they were sitting there floating weirdly above her head. So I did put a little bit of, this is Espresso. I'm putting it around the blueberries so they don't look like they were, as I said, floating above her head. It looked kind of weird. Okay, so there's that. And I'm sort of wanting to lighten up the blueberries a little bit. So white will do that trick just fine. It's better. Okay, so are we done? Wondering if I want to add a little bit of something to the crows. Crows, ravens, I don't know what they are. There's something. So the nice thing about this paper, and maybe you can do it on your white paper. I don't know. I won't say for sure one way or the other. Is that you can add little white strokes even after you've covered it in the black, just to give it a little bit of feather texture, like it's, you know, the little highlights. Be careful though, because that white can really show up, and then you'll have a big old white streak on your blackbird. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm fiddling. I'm just fiddling now. All right, guys. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. I could add some more dark to the background if I wanted to. Maybe down here, just out of curiosity. What if we added a little bit more dark? Blend it in real light. kind of like the dark. Makes me want to add some in other places. And these colors all play together so nicely. Black. All right, I'm feeling the need. So I know you thought we were done, but we're not. Going to add some. Now I wonder if I should do that to kind of show you another way of adding some dark. Because we could use gelatos now on top of this, on top of the pencil. We totally could. I'm debating on whether to do that or not, or just stick with pencil. Oh, I'm really liking the addition of the black on the outer edges of the page. So I think we'll just keep going with the pencil. If you don't have patience for adding the colored pencil, you could definitely use your gelatos. Because they work great over colored pencil. What would I do without my black and white pencils? I would be very sad. zoom in for the blend so that you guys can see how nicely it just... Okay, I'm gonna call zooming in on this video an epic fail. Why can I not stay in frame? Sometimes when I'm finished, blending, that the sheen of the pencil gets inconsistent. And I know some of you guys don't like the sheen on your pages, but I at least want it to kind of be consistent. So I'll just take a little tissue and rub it, and then it gets all consistent. So there we are. I think we are finished. So there she is. So coloring on Greyscale, and you guys know that when I pull it up like this, it's because I'm trying to keep the lights from reflecting off of the shininess of the colored pencil and making everything look all weird and washed out. So it seems to help that, so you can actually see it for the way it really looks. So there she is. She's all finished. I'm really happy with how she turned out. I'm debating on whether I need to add some shadows in under here. I think I might, but I could probably do that off camera. It's just something here that feels like it needs a little something. But again, I could fiddle with this forever. So, all right. That is that. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, had a good time. I hope you understand about the color names in the bottom corner. I'm really hoping for that. And again, I will do my very best to always say the name of the pencil that I'm using, so that even if you have to, you know, tap back for 30 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever to hear the color, you can. So, all righty then. That is that. Until I see you guys next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and happy coloring. Bye.